boring. Yeah, yeah. Tell me you ready, Mellow, you ready to spit for the ladies to keep it nasty, dark and petty. If you pick me, then you might find this upsetting. You say that you're ready, well the joke's on you. Get it?
Hi. Welcome back to Jokes on You.
Hey guys, I'm Mel.
I'm Tally.
And we're back.
I didn't even complain.
You didn't.
I didn't even
That's
complain.
why I forced you to do it by
You know what? And I don't like that. I don't like to be bitched. But it's fine. Sometimes I need a little bitching. That's part of the brand.
I did it.
Anywho.
But you pointing out that you didn't complain immediately is kind of complaining.
It's not complaining. It's saying that I didn't complain.
But hey,
I didn't but see, people need to know my progress. People need to know where I came from. Okay? You don't know my story.
Hey y'all.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
This is post Pride episode, so we're doing
No, it's not.
It's not?
This is this week.
It's this week?
Yes, this is this week.
I thought we were
Nope, we didn't do Pride episode yet.
Son of a bitch.
It's
Well,
May.
I lied. Now y'all know the
Bleep,
lineup.
bleep. But next week's episode is gonna be probably our best episode.
It's gonna be really great.
It's gonna be amazing.
I just don't know the order of things. Whatever. I'm just a girl.
It's all right.
So we're doing part 2 of Colorism today.
Yeah, we're gonna continue last week's episode because we had a lot to say. We had to rush to get. We have a special guest next week who is redacted. Y'all can't know yet. It's gonna be really
but
good
it's
though.
a redacted.
So yeah, we're continuing that conversation.
And y'all said we were making points, so we're gonna make some more points.
We're gonna make some more points. I'm really excited about that. But what's your joke of the week?
My joke of the week, actually, before I came here, first of all, I was told I had to look like a person to come on the podcast. So I did my makeup. I had to watch 1,000 videos to do my makeup. And then so after I did my makeup and my hair, I was like, okay, great. I'm going to put my clothes on. And my clothes was just a black one of these. I put on a black one of these. Granted, they're 2 different sizes because they only had a size down in the black one. So I put the black one on, and I went to bend down to put the dog's food in the bowl, and my entire right ass cheek popped out. Which means that would have happened in public. That would have happened here. So, yeah, thick bitches, y'all know what's going on. Y'all done popped out of a piece of clothing before.
That's
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, I done told some shit.
Yeah, toast some shit up. But you know what? It's so crazy that, the clothes that you spend money on be the ones that be, really, betraying you. But I've had the same Fashion Nova jumpsuits for 800 years, and they've laid up in that closet and never done me wrong.
And that's why, Fashion Nova, you gotta hurt the environment, and it doesn't last. I'll be wearing the shit out of some fast fashion.
We know that the children are making the fast fashion.
And we know that it's wasteful.
We understand capitalism.
We
understand overproduction.
We get it.
The prisoners are making the panties.
What you?
Everybody's making something. We're trying to figure it out. What you mad at me for? Be mad at the CEO. Be mad at the president.
I'm trying to take it off their hands.
I'm trying to take it off their hands because I'm gonna wear it. I'm not putting it in the landfill.
It's getting worn.
And then when I don't wear it no more, it still ain't going to the garbage. It's going down to the thrift. So.
And what the thrift people do? What after that?
But because of overproduction, I saw this video on TikTok because I do be trying to do right. I do. I saw this video.
I've stopped shopping at Shein. But I do have a vacation coming up.
That's good for you, baby.
And I need some bathing suits.
Because where else am I going to get 20 bathing suits for 95 cents?
I've been doing so good at not shopping at Shein, but I have a trip coming up.
Honestly, you know what? With the amount of Shein I have right now, and a lot of it is vacation wear or cheap summer dresses and stuff like that. And I was talking to my mom about it because a lot of this stuff, especially with this photography culture, you get photographed in something and you don't want to really wear it no more. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't want to take pictures in it again. So we are over consuming clothes. You're supposed to wear your clothes. I realized that watching Girlfriends and Sex in the City, they repeat things because they're wearing expensive things. The rope halter that Joan was always wearing, it's her clothes. It was normal then to wear your shit again, and it's not normal now.
Outfit repeating has been frowned upon since Lizzie McGuire. Oh, you're an outfit repeater. Oh, you're an outfit rememberer. We've been doing this, even before social media. But I'm going to wear what I want to wear again, or if I don't want to wear it again, I'm not going to wear it.
Yeah. Even my birthday dress, it wasn't super expensive, but it was triple digits, And so I'm like, oh, I should have saved this and wore it to the Renaissance concert. Bitch, put the dress on.
Wear it again.
But I do want to get it cut in 2 pieces. So if any of our listeners are creative and can turn my birthday dress into a 2-piece, I would love. But the Hoes Got Talent.
It's shingly.
We should start a TV show. Hoes Got Talent.
Hoes Got Talent. And
yes.
We can see what the hoes can do.
But yes, that's my joke of the week. My ass popped out of my jumpsuit before I got here.
My joke of the week is also embarrassing. I had mouthed bubble guts while on stage this weekend for the first time. I have not had to boo-boo while on stage before, and this was a first for me. I'm blaming to hear more.
Not first and last.
First, last name, sir. He was like, oh, Mel, I'm doing my little lunch show. You want to come on here? I'm like, hell yeah. And he got a bunch of Mexican food. It was burrito tacos.
And Spanish rice.
And enchiladas. And tacos. Literally. It was so good though. The burrito and had the, they fry the cheese on the outside and you dip it, and I was just like, it was like a wet burrito. And there was a burrito, and then it was like a fucking tostada. It was like a sandwich with some avocado on it, and then it was like some shrimp tacos. It was so good. I fucked that food up.
I bet you did.
But
I'm hungry now just listening to you
it
talk
was so
about
good.
it.
And we did that around like 5. Sure. Got dressed, went to the show. I didn't have the boo-boo then. I was like, dang, I should probably boo-boo before I go. But my stomach be like,
maybe.
I don't feel like it. So I didn't boo-boo. And I get on stage. I'm like, yeah, and a goonie goo-goo. And my stomach was like, and I was like, oh my God. And I'm glad we're far enough into the tour where we can be comfortable. And I was just like, hey, y'all, don't come in the green room for 45.
About 30, 45 minutes.
35 to 45 minutes. I had to blow it down, and then, because I'm a flush as you go kind of girl.
Flush so considerate.
I flush, then I wipe, and that's a whole nother. But I was wiping so much, when it was time for me to flush again, it started slowly rising, and I was like,
that's so embarrassing. Oh my God.
I was like, this gonna be my 13th reason, but I stayed calm, because I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not going to panic in here. But I think they knew the toilet was some bullshit because there was a plunger right there. And I was like...
That's how you know that they like, whatever happens in here is on you.
I got in here like... and it went down, and I just walked back out like a lady. And I just hung out. Nobody else was in there. I told them to, vacate the premises, and we were fine.
I leave places, especially people's house, when I fuck up the toilet. I'm straight up Irish goodbye with that shit.
I couldn't
leave.
You
couldn't leave. I fucked up a nigga toilet so bad once on a spend the night tip. Baby, the way I had to have a family emergency and get the fuck up out of there, I was never heard from again. I'm not explaining this, and I'm not helping you. So whatever you find in there is on you. He could have been the love of my life. I would never know. I'm out.
Because sometimes your stomach just really want to embarrass you, and
I had a show a while back, a couple of years ago. I think I had a stomach flu or something. I had to let the audience know, like, hey, man, a pretty good chance I could throw up on y'all. Like, I'm up here fucked up. And it was one of the best shows I've had to this day. But I had to let them know, like, I'm sweating out of my asshole up here, man.
I'm like on really... Bridesmaids when her fucking bang was wet. That makes you hungry.
Do you want an almond?
Bridesmaids is so fucking
funny. Oh, we might start doing a movie segment because we love movies.
We actually like our fences analysis is so fucking funny. I think we need to take this show on the road. You know what I'm saying? We need to watch movies and then dissect them. We have a letter.
We just got a letter.
We have a letter.
Do I do that every time? I think I do.
Probably.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're millennials. Yeah, this is
me hearing it. I've not read this at all.
So I have not read it either. So I just read what you call it. So because I kept it unread so we could know to read it.
Okay.
The subject is help a homo out.
Okay.
All right, so boom. It all started a little over a year ago in 2022. I started talking to this older lady at my job. I've been in a relationship since 2019. She's 36. I'm 23. She's essentially my sugar mama. She bought me the new iPhone, the new MacBook, taking me on trips, etc.
That little pussy got some power.
A little bit. Not gonna lie.
My pussy trash?
She think it's more than a situationship, but I ain't with it. The issue is I don't like this woman at all. I genuinely love my girlfriend, who at first did not know about my relationship with the older lady, but I eventually got caught up and she found out. Once my girlfriend found out, we had a talk, she understood, and we've been cool since. My dilemma is I don't like the older woman, but she's been very beneficial to me and will continue to be beneficial if I let her, but damn, I am sick of her. The sex is mid. She loves it, but I don't enjoy myself since she's a very selfish lover. I find her rather annoying. She's the type of person who everything is about them, and she's always a victim. What should I do? Stay and continue using this lady, or cut ties and say fuck it? P.S. I love both of y'all very much, and the things y'all say I be agreeing on, so I hope y'all can help me out. I'm sorry it's so long, but I'm all over the place about the situation. So you hunching this lady.
You're hunching this lady. I mean, the thing with sugaring is it's usually not a fairy tale. I enjoyed my one real sugar daddy. I enjoyed that time. He did turn out to be a lunatic, but as they do. But sugaring is not. I mean, that's what you're doing. So, I mean, if you genuinely just cannot stand to be around this person anymore, you're going to fade yourself out of that. Like, because you're writing letters about it. She's clearly irritating you to the point where you're writing to ask people questions about it. Find somebody else. If you clearly...
have somebody
clearly
else.
That thing's soaking. If you getting MacBooks and getting your bills paid and all this shit.
I bought my own MacBook.
I bought my old ass MacBook. So go on somewhere else. You don't like this person. They're clearly irritating you. And then also like with the age gap, like that also leads me to believe that this person's probably not a super great person either. They're aware they're taking advantage of, well, at least trying to take advantage of you. Yeah. I don't know, man. She sounds weird. What the homegirl domestic violence? I don't know, man. She sounds weird. You should leave her. Bro. Should leave her. I think you should find somebody else.
She do sound weird a little bit, friend. But yeah, sugaring is always gonna be weird in that kind of transactional. You don't need your nut because you got a MacBook, so she gonna get hers.
Yeah,
and get the fuck on. Because
I think the way that people who not the sugar babies, but the people who do the sugaring, or I guess solicit the sugaring, they a lot of times feel like, I want what I pay for. You know what I'm saying? And you still see you as like, oh,
you can't get you a nut and the iPhone.
You can't have both. So of course that person's gonna be a selfish lover because that's what they gave you the stuff for.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she sounds weird. You should leave her.
Homegirl domestic violence.
Homegirl domestic. Also, she sounds like she could be a little crazy from the little blurb that you put about her personality. So just tread lightly. Don't be like, you stupid bitch, when you break up with her.
Because I've been watching a lot of cold case. A lot of cold case. Too much cold case.
Too much cold case.
Be careful.
She been watching cold case across the country by herself.
And wonder why I can't sleep.
And wonder why she can't fucking sleep.
I gotta start watching because I sleep by myself in these hotel rooms. And the same thing happened when I watched Swarm. I did not sleep.
When I watch I love Criminal Minds. And usually, I would say like every other day I'll watch an episode of Criminal Minds. It keeps me unmurderable. You know, like it keeps me on my toes about like how to move about the world. But when I'm out of town and I am by myself, I be like, damn, this is the exact episode I'm watching. Sometimes it's a hotel room. And I'm like, damn, bitch can't sleep now.
I think everybody's gonna murder me, honestly. Like,
I mean, we know murderers. Statistically, you've been in multiple rooms with the same murderer over and over again, and also just walking on the street past murderers. Statistically, that's what's happening. It's probable.
And it's so crazy because it's like anybody could be a murderer. Like as I'm watching cold case, like, dang, the mama did it. The mama, and it's like,
girl, you gotta watch Sins of Our Mother on Netflix. It's gonna fuck you up. And this is recent.
That's Anna Nicole?
So Anna Nicole's a different thing. It was incredibly sad, but it wasn't murdery. Sins of Our Mother, you know how you watch a murder documentary and it'd be like, in 1979, so you can detach from it because it's so old. This happened in 2019. So this is new foolishness. This is new craziness. The bitch joined some weird, well, I won't say weird church. I don't want to offend anybody. I personally believe in my relationship with Christ that the church that in question is weird. But she joined this untoward church, started believing eventually, long story short, believing that her husband and children were demons because she started fucking the dude who was leading the church cult. He basically convinced her that her husband and children were demons. She ended up killing the children and burying them in a new nigga backyard. And then gaslit the entire family about it. Like, and then her brother ended up dying. Somebody else ended up dying.
Oh, this the lady who was on vacation
in Hawaii.
Yes, and they was looking for a kid, and she was like,
oh, that's her.
That bitch was nuts.
It fucked me up. Watch the documentary. In the daytime.
See, that's why I can't be a true crime girly because I have nightmares, okay? And I'm afraid of the dark. Yeah. So I can't just be playing. Even with cold case, after taking the small doses, I've been doing it for a week, and I'm going to stop watching it for like 2 more years. And I'm going to come back in 2025 and be like, have y'all seen this?
Cold case is the show that what's-her-name husband was on at one time. This is the dramatization?
No, this is a show.
This is real stuff that happened.
No, it's a show.
It's like a drama show, like a murder drama show.
Yeah, but it's all made up.
Okay, yeah.
You saying Tia husband?
Yep.
Tia husband was on that episode.
Okay, cool. That episode fucks me up.
Cause that's what was his episode? Was that the one
with the little girl got killed or something? And
he was
like, a police officer, or somebody was a police officer. Yeah.
I gotta rewatch it. I watched it for sure because I was like, look at Tia husband.
Itching. Dexter, you got a job or something? I'm having a shenanigan. I'm sorry to bother you. So yes, I think I don't have anything for the. Do I have anything? I had something I want to talk about for the booty hole segment, but then I absolutely forgot it. Oh, so Machiavelli on TikTok.
Oh, she's funny.
Made it. Yeah, she is funny. She made a TikTok about how I don't know why I'm doing my Barack Obama hand, but she made a TikTok about how it's kind of fucked up that boys call girls silly for like caring about what rapper baby mama's doing and like what they're wearing and all this stuff. And then she went on this whole, which I thought it was hilarious, talking about sports and balls and all these things. And the men were in her fucking comments, especially on Twitter. Twitter's a different beast. And since they were so fucking angry, and it's like literally all she was pointing out is that all of this shit is made up and silly. I don't care how many parlays you can do with sports. I don't care how skilled you think these people are. Y'all are obsessed, and it's weird.
Well, at least they're actually talented and blah blah blah.
Yeah, just sucking the paint off the dick. You do not even know these men. You don't know them.
I don't know Ari. You don't know LeBron.
Right. And I'm not even really into, and not in a way that I'm trying to separate myself. I got like one rapper baby mama that I really like.
We have our faves.
We have our faves. But like.
And we're older than the Aries and the Jadas. So it's like, I can take them for what they are. Like, they're fun and cute, and I like their hair.
I should be obsessed with like Marjorie Harvey.
Yeah, like ours is Marjorie Harvey. I liked Kim Porter. We
loved Kim Porter, yeah.
Because I've always liked rapper baby mamas. Like, I used to enjoy watching The Fabulous Life of on VH1. Like, I'm an old school hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's very funny.
We've been doing this. Like, the Aries and Jadas, like, they are just a new generation of shit we've been doing.
And I'm supporting any black girl that is going about the world doing nice and fancy things by doing virtually nothing. I'm sorry.
The white girl's been doing it for years.
Everybody else is doing it. I made a TikTok today, and I mean it. Ain't nobody else on the fucking high road but black women. So I'm sorry. If a fucking girl wants to get fucking shit because she's getting fucking fucked and she gets diamonds and she gets bags and cute babies, that sounds like a fucking dream to me. Do I necessarily want to do it? No. I don't want a man in my house. But if the girls are getting rich doing nothing, then do it. I'm supporting that shit. I don't give a fuck if she blowing bubbles in the park and somebody giving her $5,000. Love it.
Let the girls do fucking nothing. Why black girls, and what's your talent and what's your this, what's your that?
And they be the most talentless niggas saying stuff. You can't even fold a piece of bread in half and make a good sandwich.
Like,
and you talking about these children.
You can't even send me the right fucking body washing from Amazon, but you want me to give a fuck about talent.
Right.
Fuck you.
Oh, they eating Miss Real Housewives of Potomac. They are eating Candace up for her quotes on the fucking prom shit. Listen, oh my God.
That is so funny to me.
And it's like, I get the point that she was trying to make, but look, Miss Jack and Jill, the people want to do pageantry for the children's prom. Why everybody else get to do stuff? Black people are creating fucking. We never been quiet about prom. Ever.
Now, prom has never been quiet.
Prom has never been quiet.
Now, the video in question was ridiculous.
Why? Why
are you decorating the entire? I thought it was a lot.
I want to hear why.
You gonna call me anti-black, so that's what it is.
A what black?
I said it's the root of it is anti-black. Cause why you got all this?
I don't think it's anti-black, because I don't think her reasoning was necessarily anti-black.
Right. I feel like it was like, this is a lot for prom, and also I feel like when I think about how big prom is gotten, I think about the people who can't do that, and I'm like, dang. Like, even when prom posters came out, like, dang, I wouldn't have got a prom poster. I would have felt away. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think about that, and I also think about, is it necessary to have 4 Rolls Royces pulled up for the prom?
I think what you can do for your, and that's the thing, like, we don't know people's business, and we don't know people's story, because I think not the quote, but like the idea that pissed me off the most when people were commenting on it was like, oh, they clearly live in the hood and they doing all of this for the kids, and it's like, that DJ might be their fucking cousin. They might have stolen balloons down to the Dollar Tree. You don't know what the fuck these people got going on, and this might be a little girl that never gets celebrated ever. You don't know what these people things are. So if this family decided that this was the one time that they was gonna show out for Chanelica, then let them motherfucking have
it. Was for the boy too. I think it was the boy's family.
Whoever it's for.
To be fair.
Daquavion, these children.
See, it's anti-black that you assume that his name is Daquavion. What if his name is Adam?
That boy ain't no Adam. I better, if that's your boy, tell us his name.
It's said on the thing, but I don't remember what it said.
Whoever it's for, I just think that we don't know people's stories. That might be the only time in this girl's life that she actually gets, or this boy's life, that they actually get celebrated like this. So for Candace, super privileged, and I love Candace. She's one of my favorite housewives. I know you don't watch, but for her super privileged, Jack and Jill, I come from money ass, to be saying, oh, it's just too much for prom, something. I hope this trend is over by the time I have kids. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. But
Yeah.
why shit on somebody else's stuff? You just don't know people's stories, man.
I think it has gotten to an extreme. Now be ghetto, like, be whatever. I'm not ghetto, like ghetto fabulous.
I think
like,
ghetto is beautiful.
I like the girl who ripped out the plastic. That's fucking hilarious.
Was so funny to me.
I fucking love that.
Yeah.
But especially coming from South Florida, it gets like prom, like the kids who had the helicopter. Why you got a helicopter to go down to the prom? Come on, man.
I mean, I get it, but also,
It's a lot.
also in the same breath, like I have my own, trauma with like being deprived of things. Baby want a helicopter and we get a helicopter. Baby gonna have a motherfucking helicopter. Your grades good. You ain't brought no children down to my house.
No, that is
you
true.
don't call me out
or
my goddamn
even
name.
the video of the boy who's like, you have been a blessing to me and your mama your whole life. Here's a car. I love shit like that.
But see, how is that different?
Right. I feel
Because
like
I thought that was extravagant. I thought that was too much. Sending the boy down to wherever he going, which is probably in Statesboro, with that car. Now he got a target on his back.
With the SRT. I don't know cars. I know it was like one
Sending
of
the child down to the school with the pussy wagon is too much for me.
But see, we all have different things.
Right.
So I thought the balloons outside and decorating the outside of the brick was ridiculous.
We
but
some
the car is
aunties
fine.
for real.
We are aunties. We aunties. I'll take it.
Because
I'll be
my
auntie.
brother's gonna get that fucking Hyundai that's in the parking lot.
Listen, I'll buy my son, if you want a Hellcat as SRT, although I don't really support American muscle cars, 'cause I feel like they do too much on I-20. But if you want the car, I'll buy you the car.
See, we different.
We different.
Because you had at prom. What you gonna get is this Ford Focus. Take it on down.
And I think, but that's how everybody's different. Everything don't have to be anti-black. Because
I don't think it was anti-black.
But that's what the hashtag discourse is now. Oh, y'all just jealous because y'all Jack and Jill bitches couldn't. It's just like,
And then also,
enough.
and I know Dexter has told us to wrap this point up, so we will and we can. But I think, in terms of black culture, the Jewish girls get to have the bat mitzvahs. The Latino girls and Hispanic girls get to have the quinceañeras.
But what happened to Sweet 16s though?
I mean,
They acting like we can't. If you can afford that, you can afford a 16.
but
so why
I
we
think
can't have a Sweet
the
16?
cultural way that we do proms, I think is very cool. Even like we just have everybody at the house. You know what I'm saying? You cook. The girl who prom makeup that I did recently, her family decorated the whole inside of the house, outside of the house. Everybody wore green because she was wearing green. It was so much love in that room, and it was extravagant. But it's like they loving on their children because especially as black girls, besides prom, everything else that we get celebrated for is tied to a man or a degree.
Yeah.
Those are the only things that we get celebrated for really outside of prom. Everything else is an accomplishment that is attached to us burning ourselves out academically or burning ourselves out romantically.
Yeah.
Let the baby have a Rolls Royce. Let the baby have a Rolls Royce.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'll say that. But I feel like even with the points, I think nuance is just always lost in these Twitter arguments. Because like the baby, Lil Nevaeh can have a Sweet 16 too. Mm-hmm. Why she have a Sweet 16? They act like we culturally don't have, because we was cutting up down to the Sweet 16 back in our day in 2009.
Yeah.
So we can have all the things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we did, because I'll buy my child a car before I decorate the whole brick and mortar of
I'll send my children to your house for the car, and you send yours to my house for the prom.
Fine.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't really.
I didn't like the dress.
I didn't like prom. Like prom was just like, it wasn't that fun to me.
It wasn't super. I didn't get to go to my junior prom, and I had a whole thing about it because I planned it, and then the week before my dad told me I couldn't go. So I planned the whole prom, and then the week before he was like, nah, you didn't take out the trash. You can't go. So that was basically like the whole thing there.
Villain origin story, yeah.
Yeah, so when I got to go to senior prom, it was just an opportunity for me. I genuinely just wanted to go eat my dinner. I wanted to go, look better than everybody else, and leave. I didn't really have like a super
like prom
super fun time.
I feel like it didn't live up to like the movies.
We also weren't drinking and doing drugs.
We wasn't drinking and fucking and doing drugs. Yeah, because everybody else was like having a blast. But me and my friend, singing prom was fun. I had sew-in. I had my first like real sew-in. I was really excited about that. We had a send-off. Everybody came to the house. It wasn't as
outrageous
what it is as today, but like my family came over. We had like he had rented an Infinity. That was a big deal for us. We was riding 4 deep in that bitch, but we was there. And we went to, I think did we eat?
You sound like Daddy. They 10s, but I keep them clean though.
I keep them all clean though. It's an Infinity, but we was riding. But I'm trying to figure out, did we eat? Was there food at prom?
We went to the restaurant.
Yeah, we went to the Omni because our first prom was at the Omni. We ate dinner and then we went to prom. But I can't remember the first one. I guess that's why everybody went to Applebee's afterwards. And then we went all the way to Applebee's at Stonecrest because that's where everybody went. I don't know. It was just dumb. But like prom wasn't.
It gave, but it didn't give everything it needed to give.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is this projection? Am I just mad because I didn't have fun at prom? But also like prom don't never be that.
I mean, any opportunity for a black girl to put on a gown
it's gonna be
a fun time.
It's gonna be a good time.
But let's go ahead and get into the topic. We have completely disregarded Dexter's warning.
Yeah.
And we won't do that next time because we learn our lessons over here.
Right. And we only went 2 minutes over.
Well, about 2, 3. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7,
8.
8. We so sorry. Okay, damn, we be talking. All right, let's keep going. So last time we was talking about colorism, and we're gonna continue that conversation. I think we were talking about our dads.
We were talking about our dads. Yeah, I had a conversation with my homegirl. Like this is like 5 years ago. We were talking about colorism because we really getting our colorism back. Like we both like chocolatey girls, and we was like, you know, both our mamas light skinned, and we dark skinned. And our daddy's dark skinned. Was our daddy some beautiful black woman? Bet that bitch look better bread ass niggas back in the day. Like, is this what is happening here?
I have only recently started being nice to my father again, so I don't want to like go off the deep end about my thoughts with that. But here's what I will say: all of his baby mothers are quite light. The darkest one being about my color, maybe a shade lighter if it's winter. The only dark-skinned woman I knew him to date was a woman named Dion. And in school, everyone called her Black-Ass Dion. And guess how that name got started? Mind you, her and my father are the same color.
He started it.
He started it. To the point where other bitches that he was fucking with would call her Black-Ass Dion to her face. And he fucked with her well into adulthood. I think they might have been together in my early 20s. So boo for her, because stand up. But Black-Ass Dion. So that's my dad.
Yikes.
That's my dad. I don't necessarily know if he still thinks that way. And I think he might have just thought it was funny because it was funny to make fun of girls for being dark. And you really thought she was pretty, but you didn't want to be made fun of for thinking that the chocolate girl was super, super gorgeous. But like
what the fuck?
What the fuck do you mean?
And y'all look the same.
Y'all literally look like cousins.
Like what the fuck? Like in my experience, I of course never heard my dad say anything like colorist, but like you just think about like because this is the 70s when y'all met. Did you go seek out the paper bag test girly?
I mean, probably. I think a lot of even up to now, but especially back then, I think a lot of our chocolate male counterparts also experience colorism in a way that they never unpack. So they date lighter women to distance themselves from their own darkness. Because my dad told me about the ridicule that he endured growing up, also being called names for being dark, getting made fun of for the shape of his nose, and, you know, all of those things. And I can tell it really hurt him. He talks about it like it just made me tougher. No, baby, your feelings are hurt. Sad, and that's okay. I think a lot of times darker boys, chocolate boys, growing up, sometimes that happens and then they get over it. You know what I'm saying? They get better when they're grown. But sometimes they just trying to outrun that darkness. If I'm with this yellow bitch, you might not remember that I'm so dark. Or it's important to me that this super light woman thought I was hot or handsome. So maybe you think better of me because I'm with a yellow woman.
And then I can phase out this blackness in my children. And then it be and then be the gotcha because now your kid's black too. And,
right.
And them jeans. And they may come out light. You never know, but it's that dice roll. And then, like, even what's the little weird YouTube couple when she was like, oh, well, her eyes aren't green. Like, oh, you think she's going to get darker than this? Like, it was just really, really weird.
I think I remember that, but I blocked them
years
people.
ago. Yeah, it was like years ago. But it's like they do that to phase out. Or even like one of them little crusty rappers who was like, I'm already black. I don't need no black bitch. And I'm pretty
sure that was Kodak Black.
It was a Kodak. It wasn't Kodak, but I'm sure he said similar things, but it wasn't him. It was one of them other little sea urchins who looked like Kodak and sound like Kodak, but it wasn't Kodak.
Yeah.
But it was one of them. But it's just like, you think you're ugly, which you are. You are.
But it's not because you're dark skinned.
It's because
It's because God took you out the oven too early.
Bleach that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's, if you just unpack your shit and not take it out on us, that would be lovely.
I mean, but also, like, I don't want to have to teach no man that I'm attractive or that there's I don't find value in any of those conversations. Absolutely so not. Once I hear a hint of colorism, I call it out, and then I'm probably on my way out the door because like I said, I'm objectively hot. You're making up shit. If my skin, anybody's skin, if you look at a hot bitch and go, oh man, if she wasn't so dark,
like what the fuck?
What the fuck do you mean? So I mean,
fine is fine.
I think it's possible that a lot of our dads were colorist, and also like how when we had the conversation about fat phobia, like maybe they're just trying to escape being treated weird for, you know, dating a super dark girl because it wasn't a thing at the time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they're just like, oh, I don't want my, because, you know, niggas love caring about what their friends think. So, maybe I don't want my friends making fun of me because I'm dating a super chocolate girl. I'm dating a dark girl. Maybe I don't want to hear about it. Like, I think a lot of people's behaviors are modeled around escaping ridicule. Yeah,
and we are the first generation to actually say something. And it's like, and I hate when we bring it up. And it's like, I've had to sit on the internet with y'all niggas for the past, like, almost 20 years.
Yeah.
And see y'all talk like this. Like, it's all the, or the rap lyrics. And you just think about.
Or the boy from, what is that show? It was a popular show. He's an alpha. It ended up coming out that he was saying all this awful shit about black girls and dark-skinned girls. What is the name of that show? It was so popular. It was one of those dating shows. It just happened.
Was it Love is Blind?
It might have been Love is Blind. Whatever the show is that they go in the pods and like date behind the wall. Blind, yeah. Yes. Like, bro, you don't even remember the shit that you're saying because the Twitter should be clean. You're on TV. You don't even remember these awful things that you're saying because it was just so normalized to say it that you don't even go back
that you didn't
and
think
type
to go
back black bitches into your thing to see what you said.
And it's like we had to read it and kind of eat it and just ha ha he he, and it's like.
I mean, I think that's a part of what made me. It helped shape other parts of my personality. It made me so witty. It made me so willing to talk to people because I felt like I wasn't light skinned, so I gotta hone my conversation skills. If a nigga do come this way, I gotta be interesting. If a nigga do come this way, I gotta be funny. Because 2000, you know, maybe like 5, Stevenson Middle School, your ass is black. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not no brown skin. It's not no in the middle.
It's just not like.
Use a Crispety, Crunchety, Crackety, coon.
Absolutely.
And for me, like, a couple boys just was like, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. That there is a looker. But a lot of the boys were just like,
For me, especially growing up, so in middle school, I was still with the whites and the Hispanics. So it was just like, it ain't even matter if I was light skinned, dark skinned. You bitch, you're black.
Yeah.
So
you're black.
So like the weird niggas would like me, like, oh, oh, Kevin does. And he's like, yeah, hi, Mel. And I'm just like, can I get the cute Spanish nigga at least? Like, he at least do me the solid. And also, like, I could see how the girlies, like, the weird black girlies who end up with the white boys, I can see how. Because I remember, I was thinking today, I was like, had I not moved, I probably would have been with a white boy. Just because of my environment.
Because those are the ones that talk to you.
And they would talk to me. It was this boy, Raymond. He never accepted my Facebook request. I don't know what that was about. And I felt so way about it. But he made me feel so special in middle school. And like when, you know, I never thought I was ugly. And I knew I was a bad bitch.
It never gave ugly.
It never gave ugly. But it was just like the black boys who were in my classes and like who were in the magnet program, who were in the gifted program, dweebs, not interested for real. Then it was like I would like the cutest Spanish boys who all the girls like. But it's like I am a negress. And then like the cute black boys that were like black were the ones who were like there for homeschool, like the hood boys or whatever. That I was elementary school with, so I already knew them. But like the white boy, and I was like, yeah, I want to lose some weight. But he was like, no, you don't have to lose weight, Mel. You're perfect. Aww. And I was like, me? So I can see how the girl can get caught up in that. I don't
even think it's to get caught up. I mean, I think when you get treated bad for so long, it's just like, whoever come over here that's nice,
fuck it.
Like, I'm cool with it.
But I see the girl who, the black girlies who have gotten so much shit from black men just for existing, like the Serenas, like they won't let Serena rest. The Serenas
because they want Serena to think she's ugly. That's the problem with Serena. Y'all are upset that she is confident. Y'all are upset that she likes the way that she looks. She's comfortable in her body. She's comfortable in her skin. And she ended up with the white man.
She has dated all the niggas. And she ended up with a white man. But don't act like she just been sitting here playing in our face, bitch. She hasn't. These niggas had a rap battle over her. But anyway, to finish my point, we got the Serenas. Gabby Sidibays ended up with a white man. Y'all want Gabby to hate herself, and she don't. And also, I saw the girl, the influencer girl.
Don't let you be fat and dark skinned.
Listen, the Shalom black girl, the beauty influencer.
I'm not sure.
She announced her pregnancy. She had so she does the makeup.
That's
stuff,
not the one that's with Ben, is it?
No, that's Amber. That's something completely different. But that's Shalom. She had the burns, and she got burned as a child.
You would have to show me. Not now, but I mean.
No, I'm gonna show you so you know what I'm talking about. But she announced her pregnancy yesterday. It was a white dude, and I was like, I know that's right, girl, because it's like I could only imagine.
And before, just in case it gets turned into a clip, we're not advocating, which there would be nothing wrong if we were. We're not advocating that all of our beautiful black women. Oh, I did see her. That's so gorgeous.
Like, how beautiful is this?
That's a pretty dress too.
And I think I want to say it may not have been Mecca Belly, but it was one of the TikTok girlies who made a funny video who was like, you know, when you interview a black man with a white woman, or why he loves his white wife. Yeah, because she not like these black bitches, and she this, and she not like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then when it's like a white man who loves his black wife, she's beautiful, she's smart, she's caring. It's just like,
I mean,
don't make it about us.
I think that in any case, and this also goes to like colorism in non-black cultures, because the boys don't go to the other cultures and get dark-skinned girls either. They don't go to the Latino girls and get the super dark Latino girls, the Afro-Latinas. They don't go to the Indian girls and get the super, you know, dark-skinned Indian girls. Some of them girls over there darker. A lot of them girls over there darker than me.
Very much darker. And it's like, why you be...
So that's not who they're going to get either. I think when they go into these non-black relationships, I think that there's not even just a level of accountability. It's like, I think for these girls not understanding all of the culture and like, you know, everything, like there's an accountability that's not happening there just based off of not having any knowledge. So like you can kind of just, it's like going to your auntie house. You can kind of just go over there and do whatever the fuck you want to. Because she don't fucking know no better, and that you're not supposed to do her like that.
Yeah. But also, when we talk about the colorism, even with like other countries with the whole foreign thing, you just saying white bitches is not from America, because, you know, technically a bitch from fucking, I don't know, Tanzania will be foreign, but you don't count her as a foreign. You want a bitch from Spain.
Right, because if black girls the most foreign of them all, we from here and don't know shit else. We extra foreign. We don't know where else we from but this motherfucker.
No, you want a white bitch with some, you know.
Yeah. I think Future said on one of his songs, he called the girls pink toes.
That's what they call them.
And I'm just like, you niggas are degenerates.
Or even with...
You say and do anything.
Bronny's prom date. It's a white girl who's apparently in college now. They're like, yeah, Bronny, I see you, bro. Congrats. Like...
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
They know. We know.
You know what they mean.
Yeah.
And it's like... Now, taking her being white out of it, I sure would have got back from college and went to prom with that boy. I sure... Oh. Secure the bag, young ho. Okay.
What Leonardo DiCaprio said? I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not fucking leaving.
I got finals this week, but bitch,
I'm on my way. I'll fail this college right now. I don't give a fuck about school. Do you laugh at me?
And also, this is unrelated as well, but even the conversation with Gabby versus Savannah, two different ball games. And I saw Gabby's Gen X.
Well, Gabby doesn't know when to shut the fuck up.
But I saw, who cares?
It's certain things about it, because those conversations about rich people, we bring these conversations to Twitter, and it's not the same thing. Yeah. Even in terms of money management. This lady is talking about going 50-50 with this other rich man. This rich lady is talking about going 50-50 with this other rich man in their home. They have multiple assets, multiple endorsements, multiple these things.
Households to support.
Multiple households to support. That is not you and the boy working down to the Popeyes. It's a different situation. It's a different thing.
And it's like, also, I'm like, when I read that, it was like, she obviously chooses to do this because she don't have to go through she wants to. And she said that. She clarified it further and was like, you think he has an offer to pay? No, this is something I want to do. We have a whole different situation here. And I'm like, duh, I figured that.
And then also, the 50-50 conversation is what people don't recognize. And then we can get back into the topic because we're getting off, but I'm really interested in what we're talking about here. The 50-50 conversations are about equity. She's not cleaning that home. She might be doing the lion's share of the parenting, but she's not, like, I'm assuming, doing every single pickup and drop off. Right. I'm sure they have drivers. I'm sure they have nannies. I'm sure they have a support staff. The 50-50 conversation between you and your nigga is that you are paying half of the rent and then also coming home, cooking, cleaning, and sucking dick. That's the difference. That's why you shouldn't be paying 50-50. That's why it's a problem for you.
Right.
That's different. All Gabby got to do is come home and suck the dick. Maybe.
If she feel like
he
might be sucking the dick. We know they do fun shit over there. It's a good time. They having the funds.
You go downtown to that Georgia Pacific building and work all day and then come home and cook and clean and wash everything and then still got gummy cock in your mouth. You should not be paying half the bills.
Right.
You could live by yourself to do that and then you don't have soft dick in your mouth. I mean, I'm just saying. Am I wrong?
Nigga farting and shit. Toenails. And you gotta pay, like,
oh my
you just
God.
gotta work a certain way.
Oh my God, I don't want a man in my house. Anyway, sorry. Let's move on.
Yeah, men just be
they're so nasty to live with.
Funniest. We kind of already talked about all this stuff.
Yeah.
So funny instance of colorism you've experienced.
Funniest instances of colorism that I've experienced. I was on a church trip once. Shout out BCC, love my church. But I was on a church trip. We went to the mountains And a lot of the boys, it's a good old DeKalb County church, so a lot of the boys that go to our church play sports. They play basketball, play football, so they deeply entrenched in that, like, colorism, like, thing. So we sitting and, having conversations. People done dipped out to smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a heathenistic church trip. None of these children are good people, including myself. So we're sitting up, just, like, chatting or whatever. And then the boy says something, yeah, because you light-skinned. And then me and all the girls, he was talking about me. Me and all the girls were like, who light skin? He was like, you. And then he was like, yeah, you so fine. He kept trying to make a point like about me being light skinned. That's part of why I'm attractive. And everybody's like, her. She light skinned? And I'm like, so you can't admit that I'm attractive without first saying that you think it's because I'm a lighter person. He's like, yeah, but you are light skinned. So we made him point out who else in the group was light skinned. We need you to separate everybody into piles because you don't know nothing about nothing. Are you blind? Get your fucking eyes checked. And he was mad. He left after we made him do his piles.
I'm glad that the girls.
And then we laughed.
2009.
This was maybe like 2010. We laughed that boy out the goddamn room. He went and locked himself up in that room until it was time for the prayer circle.
That's beautiful. When you say church trip, I think of Proud Family, and I always want to go on one of them.
You never been on a church retreat?
Not because like by the time I got teenage, we had moved out here, so we had to start over with church. I used to go to the New Birth Youth Conference, and that shit was lit.
Them children were different. Ours wasn't as lit as the New Birth.
That shit was lit. Like this is like right at the peak, right before everything changed and everything. That shit, it was
changed.
Everything changed.
Changed.
She's not gonna get into it. Shit just changed. But the shit was lit. That's what the niggas was. I think.
Where the niggas that looking for the hoes, they at the church trip.
Amen. How you doing, brother?
Bless you. Oh, I was a good bicep squeezer in the church trip.
My God.
Bless you. Bless you. Yeah.
But didn't nobody want my ass. I was in there with fucking graphic tees and Converse on. Bitch, don't nobody want your little skinny jean wearing ass. So. But I think
we got the light.
My colorism. I've never tried to get in Chris Brown's section, so I've never been called like a blackie to my face. So like all of my colorism experiences was like, it's because I'm not light, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like it was never like, get your black ass up out of here. So I never had like the direct. I guess one I could say that it's funny is like being an AKA and not being light. And like we would be at like Atlanta Greek picnic, and we're like, oh, me and my other dark skinned line sister, walking around, because it's just like a free for all for niggas. So just imagine like a big ass senior trip.
I've seen the videos.
It's just Freaknik, basically, where everybody's in college. Well, I guess everybody was in college and Freaknik, but everybody's in the organizations, whatever. So we walk around and we're like introducing ourselves to niggas, and they were just running packs. And it was like, y'all dark skinned AKAs. We were just like, what gives? Like, this is.
Are you a time traveler?
Like, are you coming from 1950? Like, what are we doing here?
I don't know.
It was just very weird. That was funny, but other than that, I can't think of any blatant like this is because you're dark skinned, because I've never been ugly. So it's like the club culture is like, you black, but I'm gonna let you in because you're cute.
I think I sometimes realize it when I get home. I realize that I've been done a colorism when I'm back at the house. Like sometimes, because you know that I'm a very flirtatious person, so sometimes I will be flirting with a man that I think is hot. And he will be returning the energy, but in a way that I know that it's not going to end in him giving me his phone number or, like, moving it forward. And then I'll be like, I know my breath didn't sting. I know I didn't sting. I know I was funny. I used my best stuff. I said all my panty melters. Right. So what happened? And then I will think about who else I saw him talking to at the function and be like, it's because I'm a crispety, crunchety, crackety.
Yes. And
cool.
you get home, it's
that's
like,
why.
Oh,
right.
Or even just navigating on the internet, like even in these internet exchanges that I get into.
Crispety, crunchety, crackety, cool. Title.
Sure. Yes, absolutely. But like you get in these exchanges, like even when I got into like text, I didn't even get into it. Like everybody was saying something to text on. I'm never gonna get over this shit, by the way. I hope he rots in prison for the rest of his life.
This person?
The podcast man who's in jail, and he had said something about like having sex in prison. I'm just like, and then he replies to me like, yeah, you look like the niggas I'm in here with. I'm just like,
I must have. Was that when I was trying to? I was trying to get out of here.
I don't know.
Around that time?
No, this was like last year sometime.
Oh, child.
And I'm just like, now I'm a lot of things. I look like a lot of things.
You don't look like no man.
I don't look like no man. But it's just like clearly the black bitch that you see in your replies, now I gotta look like a man. Everybody's kicking in the comments. You know I don't look like no fucking man.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is colorism. This is all it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can I insult this dark-skinned woman.
I've had people tell me I
Man.
don't look like my Avi. Like, boys will come in my DMs, like say I'll post media, right? Like new media. They will kind of make a point to tell me that I don't really look like my picture. And I look exactly like my picture, my facial features, all of that. And I still have the same shape. I've just gained some weight. But like you're saying, as I look light in that picture, and I did not realize it until recently, you're saying you thought I was light-skinned. That's what you thought.
I'm telling you, with you, the light skin line gets bright with you because of your hair texture, but you kind of like your undertones or whatever.
When my hair is naturally out like that, I do appear lighter.
It gives like Joan-ish, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you can get that light skin pass or whatever, but that's that weirdness of being in the middle too.
I am paper bag colored. It might be it's a liquor store paper bag. It's a dark paper bag. It's a sinister paper bag.
If you got some fried chicken and it got a little grease on it.
It got a little grease on it, like it got wet.
Yeah.
But I'm paper. I'm there, so I understand that privilege as well.
And like when they put in the test, they be like
they would have to call other people in the room.
Come here.
Dr. Bronson. Like, they would have to call other people in the room to do my paper bag test. They would have a bunch of different paper bags.
So I can see like it's a regional thing, and like the texture, and those are the mixtures of the So, and even with me, like when those dark skin, light skin arguments were happening in like 2010, when it got just really, really like weird, I would be like in the middle, like, y'all crazy. I'm gonna stay right here in the middle in brown skin land because I don't want to be a part of neither one of these shits. But like the team light skin, I don't know why people still have light skin in their username
because they're
mixed
letting
or whatever.
you know that they think that makes them. It's the same thing as when girls are always talking about how cute and tiny and dainty and skinny and short they are. You think that adds to your appeal, or you know that society feels like that makes you more attractive. So that's why when you Blasian, your name is Kunta fucking Kimchi. Did you see that on Twitter? Your name is Kunta fucking Kimchi, or it's like light skin. Like as a rapper, and I'm not a super fan, so whatever. Your name should not be light skin Keisha. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's insane. Why?
And also,
unless it was a dark skin Keisha in your neighborhood that they called dark skin Keisha, and that was just how they delineated it.
And depending on who you ask, she not even light skin.
She not. If I don't go outside in the winter, she and I are the same color. Your name should not be light skin Keisha, and I'm sorry about that. That's just how I feel.
I'm not a fan of light skin Keisha. To me,
or like mulatto. Your rap name should not be mulatto. Then you change to Lotto.
You know her daddy made it up.
I don't care.
Which is
also worse. And
right.
And I think she's incredibly talented, and I'm a fan of the music.
And I'm glad she fought changing it. As soon as she changed it, she took off.
I mean, but changing it from mulatto to Lotto when we know it was mulatto is changing it to Igor. Come on. Like, come on, brother.
I liked her.
I like her too.
So I was like, hey, sis, just drop them first two letters and we got a name.
Yeah.
We got a band.
Yeah. But I still call it Igor. So
that is some funny shit.
I don't know.
But you imagine them saying that, and we have mulatto. Just like,
but that's like me. I know my hair texture, and that's like me being like wet and wavy Tally.
I miss 3A.
Yeah, so Queen 3A. Like, what the girl? Get the fuck. I hate niggas. Like, get out of here.
5400 is your name. Like, that's, come on.
I am Fenty 420.
I'm 440.
I'm not Fenty 400. Rodney's Fenty 400.
And Rodney is light skin. That's why I said it. It's okay. But you right there at it.
Anyway, so we're going to wrap it up. Oh, fuck you, man.
All right.
Dexter, what time we at? Now I want to know.
We right 47. Right.
We
right at 47 because we started at 10:30.
All right. Be sure to follow, subscribe. Any of the shit that we got. I don't care if we got a fucking Keek, fucking Bebop. I don't care if we got a MySpace page. If you follow us on social media, follow, share, subscribe, tell a friend, because we're trying to really ramp shit up around here. If you think we got quality content, if you don't think we got quality content, we can go fuck ourselves. But if you think we got quality content, please do the things for the gworls, okay?
Right.
Bye.
Bye.